Hello, friends, and welcome to Figure Study, where we appreciate the form in Transformers. Today, we are back with some Super Sentai Power Rangers stuff. We are taking a look at the Astro Megazord. Now, this guy I wanted to get my hands on for a couple of reasons, which I will get into in a minute, but it took some doing. Mostly because I didn't want to pay $150 to get the full figure on eBay, so it took a little bit of like, you know, get the body, get the head separately. The head's not in the best shape, but you know, it gets the job done. Anyway, so the Astro Megazord. This is, I mean, you're kind of looking at one of the reasons why I really wanted to get my hands on this thing. It's this funky, like, saucer-shaped spaceship thing, but more than that, it has this, like, old-school toy design to it that I absolutely love. This looks like something that, you know, it's like a modernized take on, like, an old tin toy, almost. Just the saucer shape, the little nose at the end, the fins, the big old fins sticking up out of the back. It's such a nice, just old school toy design. I love it. And there's like the chrome everywhere. It's really nice blue. Looks so good. I even love these little boosters on the bottom, which have wheels so it can roll a little bit. There are lights and sounds on this. I have not bothered to get batteries for it, so I can't really show those off at the moment. But one of these days I'll get them. But yeah, it's so great. I love the design of this. And just there's all this chrome. You can... Hello, there I am. Hi. There's like all this chrome. There's some really fantastic molded detail in here. If it weren't for the fact that, like, I'm not entirely sure how it would look, I'm honestly tempted to go in here and do some panel lining just to make some of these details pop more when you look at it from a distance, because really there's some fantastic texture work on this thing. It looks so good. On the back, you got these thrusters back here, which are great. And just, again, I love this, like, old, sort of almost 1950s flying saucer design that they have going with this. It's just so good. So good. Mine has one of the little cannons, which are really easy to pop out and misplace. This, I don't know what this is from. This just kind of came with it. This is not part of the actual thing, but honestly, it's fine. You know, it doesn't bother me that much. And I feel like, you know, better to have one and something than none of either. But yeah, I love the shape of this thing. I love the textures of it. I love the colors. Just the blue and the chrome and the red. It's a really nice color combination. And I'm gonna open this up so we can get to the shuttle. And close this back up. And now you can take a back seat. So, the shuttle. Now, this is the one thing that kind of stinks. I didn't want to spend like $60 on just the head. So this one was on sale on eBay for like 20 bucks, and there's a little bit of paint scuffing, and one of the tail fins of the shuttle is broken, which stinks. And it bugs me, but honestly, in robot mode, you can't see. So that doesn't really, that's okay. So I can live with it. It's a little dinged up. It's like maybe an animal chewed on it at one point, I don't know. But yeah, you know, in robot mode it doesn't make a difference. And the shuttle itself looks pretty nice. Got some nice molded bits around there. Not a whole lot in terms of actual color detail, aside from just like these little blue bits around the rims, around the edges of the wings and whatnot. It's a nice differential, though. I do like how it's got that nice kind of blue outline to everything. And the painted windows. I think those are painted. Pretty sure those are painted. They don't seem like stickers. Yeah, It's a nice little shuttle, too. So this thing is very neat. So just there, I'll put it up there so we can get a better idea of just how big this thing is. Speaking of just how big this thing is, there is Samus. I'm gonna, whoop. Ah, tripod's going nuts. Okay, there we go. So, there's Samus. And there we have, I guess we'll do it this way, yeah. And there we have our Titan's Return Deluxe. So you can see this is a pretty decent sized ship. Yeah, I love this look. And I know I've just been gushing about that this whole time, but I don't care. It's just such a great old-timey sci-fi look. I am super into that. And, you know, pretty much the same goes for the robot mode. And now we have the Astro Megazord in its Megazord mode, and this is also fantastic. This is also old school toy, has kind of an old school toy look to it. I mean, there's really nothing here that isn't visible in ship mode aside from the head, and even then most of it's the shuttle. But I really do like the look of this thing. It's just got this like really enjoyable old school robot style to him. And there you can see on the back he's got the broken tail wing that you don't notice when he's on the shelf in robot mode. Yeah, this guy is just so neat. And getting close on the head, you can see it's just kind of like a typical giant super robot face, almost like something out of I'm gonna butcher the name because I've never actually seen the show, but was it a Mazinger or something like that? It's got like that kind of a face. It works though. I like it, and I like the yellow for the eyes. Like the silver and yellow is a nice combination, especially with that blue that you get predominantly around the face with the helmet. And then of course you get all these nice chrome details for the chest and the midsection. Yeah, it's just very, very cool. And from the side, he's got slightly weird, large calf boot leg bits. But it's just so neat. I really, really like this thing. He does normally come with a shield and sword and gun. I don't have any of those because, like I said, I didn't want to spend $150 on this thing. But just the standalone robot is just really cool. I really do like it, and I like how just the way things get kind of rearranged. You still get predominantly blue, but you get little touches of white here and there, like in the arms and the fists, the knees, and then you get the little bits of chrome in there. Tiny, tiny bit of red here, and a little bit on the outside there. Really, the only thing that bugs me about this robot mode is these holes in the kind of pelvis area, which I'm sure they're there for a reason. I just wish that I could get some like stickers or something to cover them up with, because they bug me. It just seems unnecessary for those holes to be there. Of course, on the back you get screw holes, so... Okay, that happened. So it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up either way. But I wish those holes weren't there, because they just kind of detract, I think, from the... Like, the rest of the figure looks very clean in terms of, like, there not being a bunch of screw holes or anything anywhere, but... So yeah, it's just the entire reason I wanted to get this toy is because of just how much it reminds me of old school wind-up robot stuff. Like, not even necessarily wind-up robots, but just it's got a very classic toy aesthetic to it, which I really appreciate. In fact, I'm going to grab a couple of examples. So believe it or not, I actually have a little bit of a wind-up robot toy collection going. It's just something I do. For some reason, I've felt compelled to do this over the years. I don't have a lot, but I have some. And you've got like these, older, kind of classic style wind-up robots. And I mean, yeah, there's definitely a difference in style. But you can see that, like, it's just, there's a similarity between the Astro Megazord's look and some of this, like, old school design flavor. It's just, it harkens back to that, at least for me, and I really, really do like that. Delta Megazord, not so much, is more just the Astro Megazord, but still. That one looks neat too, and assuming it's actually been sent, even though the tracking information isn't there and it's been a couple of days, I might be getting a Delta Megazord in the near future too. We'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah, this is just, I really, really like this. I am super, super into the Astro Megazord. And let's do another size comparison since the wind-up robots aren't necessarily a standard. There we've got our Titans Return Deluxe and Samus. So you can see he's a Megazord. He gets big. As they tend to do. But yeah, I am super into this guy, and there is a website that I recently discovered thanks to MMPR Toys that does sort of reproduction labels for a lot of Sentai toys and Megazords. I mean, Repro Labels does them too, but Repro Labels doesn't have anything for the Astro Megazord. This other site does. So I've been toying with the idea of getting stickers for that, because there are a few bits, like, I think I'm missing some stickers on this guy. I mostly just have here and on the shoulders. That's pretty much it for the stickers that came with this one. But I've been toying with the idea of kind of getting more stickers to kind of finish the figure off, so to speak. Restore it a little bit. But yeah, I am super into this. This thing is really neat. I'm so glad I got it. And hey, if you're into this kind of thing, good luck finding it for a decent price, because my God. But I am very glad I got this. This is something that I'm going to cherish having in my collection for quite some time, because it hits all those wonderful classic notes, which I keep harping on, and I don't care. I'm driving the point home whether you like it or not. I just really, really, really am glad that this thing exists and that I have it, because it's so neat. But anyway, that is enough of that. So, thank you everybody for watching. As per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any combination of those three would make me a happy Rob. And remember, art, pseudo-vintage art, or what have you, is more than meets the eye.